So today we're going to be starting a topic called the unit circle. And everybody right here should have this particular circle in their journal. All right, so we're dealing with the unit circle. Now, I want you to understand, in the unit circle, in the middle right here, we all have degrees. So you're right here, you're always starting, when you're interpreting the unit circle, you are always starting right here at 0 degrees. And then you start rotating around the unit circle. So where, how many degrees am I right now? 30. If I go over here, how many degrees? 120. Now, what I want you to understand, if I'm right here, I'm just going to use this as an example. If I'm at 120 degrees, I'm going from here, from 0 degrees, all the way over. So you don't have to put this in your journal right now. I just want you to understand. If I say, what is, ready? If I say, what's the cosine of 120 degrees? Or what's the sine of 120 degrees? I want you to understand, in the unit circle, the x value and the y value are always related to cosine and sine. The x value will always be the cosine of whatever your degree is. And the y value will always be the sine of whatever your degree is. So let's check this out. Does everybody see these ordered pairs right here? This is your x and this is your y. What's the decimal equivalent of our x value right there? What would you guys say? If I say, what's the cosine of 120, what would you guys say? What's that decimal? Negative 0.5, okay? But if I say, what's the sine of 120, you're going to get a ridiculous decimal. It's probably going to end up like 0.866. So here's what I want you to do. In your calculators, if you would, please. You guys see where it says radical 3 over 2? In your calculators, type in radical 3 all divided by 2. And you see that 0.866 you get right there? Now what I want you to do also in your calculator, go to the mode button, make sure you're in degree mode, type in the sine of 120, and look what decimal equivalent you get. 0.866. What if I typed in the cosine of 120? What decimal do you think we're going to get? Negative 0.5. So anytime, when I was your age, what I got used to doing was I equated this with this. So every time I saw this in the calculator, what did I equate it with? Radical 3 over 2. Not that you have to do that. You can certainly look at your unit circles. If I look at my unit circle right here, does everybody understand? There's the negative 0.5. There's the radical 3 over 2. In your journal, what do I want to make sure that you guys understand? In the unit circle, whatever theta is, x will always equal the cosine of theta. Okay, so x is going to equal the cosine of theta. Y will equal the sine of theta. That's the number one thing. Okay, now we'll talk about what pi over 6, pi over 4, pi over 3, all these, that's in radian. So right here in the middle, those are all degrees. These are all radian equivalents. We're going to get to that in a little bit. So if we go over here to the Khan Academy, let's take a look. Take a look at this problem. It says the unit circle. It says, what is the value of the y coordinate at point A? What is the value of the y coordinate? So how many degrees are they saying in this particular problem? 270, right? So we have a what? We have an x and we have a y value. What did I say the y value is always going to equal in the unit circle? The sine of what? The sine of theta. Well, what is our theta? What do you guys think theta is equal to in our problem? 270. So what am I looking for? The sine of what? The sine of 270. So if we look back at our unit circle, what do you guys think the sine of 270 is going to equal? Negative 1. Watch this, ready? Sine of what? Sine of 270, what should it spit out if we're correct? Negative 1. So what is the Khan Academy asking for in this problem? It's saying we're looking for the sine of 270. That's what we're looking for. So I'll go over here, take a look at it. We're looking for the sine of 270. There's my answer. Problem 1 done. Okay. Right here, for each point on the unit circle, select the angle that corresponds to it. Well, what angle is A? What would you guys say? If we go back to our unit circle. How about this? How about this? Let's take a look at it. Ready? How many degrees is A? What would you guys say? Right here. Yeah. A is 45. Let me go back to our unit circle. Ready? Right here, that's where A is. Do you see that? What do you guys think B is? How many degrees? 225. Okay. What about C? See where C is? 315. There you go. So what do we have? 45, 225, 315. Everybody see that? So right here, what are we at? We're at 45 degrees. What were we at right here? 225. And right here? 315. So you can use your chart to kind of help you out. Oh, wait. Click each dot. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Click each dot. What? That was 225, right? And this was? Oh, neato. I haven't seen that before. Woo! That was pretty cool. All right. All right, guys, let's check this out. Do you see that angle right there? Right here? So let's start from here and go all the way around. All the way around is 360 if we literally go all the way around. But how many degrees do you think theta could be in our particular case? 330. Why? Because 30 plus 330 gets me to what? 360. So what I want you guys to understand, if you guys see from here to here, that's one of our answers. Now check this out. What if I went backwards? What if I started here and I went backwards? You know what theta could also equal? What do you think? If you had to take a reasonable guess, like if I went backwards, which is not going counterclockwise, but I went clockwise, I could say that's equal to what? Negative 30. All right? But right now, if we want to find the y-coordinate, guys, the y-coordinate of point A, I'm going to say the sine of 330. Hopefully that's an answer choice. If it's not, then we'll find another answer that works. Because we're looking for not the x-coordinate, we're looking for the y-coordinate. I see the sine of 330 right there. Now, check this out. What if I said the sine of 330, right? Which is this. What if I said the sine of negative 30? I wonder if it'll work. We'll see. Oh, look at that. See how they're equal? So if you go backwards, right, that's negative. You go forward, it's positive. Let's do one more. Ooh. So we got this one, this one, this one. So check this out. How many degrees do you guys think A would be? All right. So, oh, actually, it doesn't say. It says which coordinate is equal to what? The cosine of what? 160. So how many degrees do we have to travel? 160 degrees. So how far have I traveled right there? 90. How far have I traveled right there? So 160 would be what? Right there. So I'm going to say the cosine of 160 is my x value, right? Which coordinate represents the x point of what? The x point of B. The x coordinate of B. There you go. So in review, what do I want everybody to have in their journal real quick? I want you guys to have this unit circle in your journal. And what's the most important part? This right here. The cosine of theta will always equal your x value, and the sine of theta will always equal your y value. And it should be a pretty easy assignment. So that's all we're going to do today. We'll talk about radians, degrees to radians tomorrow. Okay? And that's it. Oh, I guess got to pause. There we go. Have a good day.